fire. Don't let anyone tell me otherwise, baby. That's right, girl. We'll be fine, whatever we'll be. And you ought to know by now. But you feel to be the same no matter where we're from.
Morning, we're back on the lake. We've been on the lake, I just haven't done a video for a couple of days because I thought you might all be getting a bit bored of it. We've got the moon today. I don't know if you can see, there it is. Look at that. I'll try and catch it on the yak. So this morning I woke up to a rather lovely direct message or tweet from Christian, who is a chap I met many moons ago in Calcutta. And Christian and I remain in touch mainly because a few years ago he'd recorded some songs that I'd written with Ritika. Not the one that you hear on the intro, but these were like, you know, au natural in the place where we were staying. I might clip some of them at the end. They're not great quality recordings, but they're certainly decent songs and worth a listen. So anyway, Christian has continued recording. It's his kind of obsession. He has a great channel called Documentally, which I will link at the end, and it's just a all-round good egg. Anyway, today's message was well, let me put it this way. I know exactly where I was 9,887 days ago, and so does Christian. We were on the roof of the Paragon Hotel on Sutter Street in Calcutta. I was playing the guitar and he was playing the harmonica. And how do I know this? Because Christian keeps a diary. And that was the message I got from him today. And it was like a Christmas present and a birthday present all rolled into one, and thus provides the content for today's tootle, pootle, paddle, kayak around the lake. I love you all. Hope you enjoy it. Bye. Look at that. It's the moon. Blue moon. It's not blue, but for city fans, every moon is. Yeah, and look at the colours today. Well, that's just outrageous. Hope you're getting it. Sometimes the camera doesn't pick up all the great colours, but this is remarkable. So yeah, Calcutta, Christian, and the Paragon Hotel. The Paragon Hotel has been the place where most volunteers who work for Calcutta Rescue stay, and there's there or the Paragon. And the thing about both of them is, well, A, they're both cheap and rough, but they both got rooftop areas, open air rooftop areas, and volunteers over the years have kind of built up, you know, kitchen equipment, cooking utensils, all that kind of malarkey. And so one of the lovely things that happens there is that the clinic's usually closed about 2 p.m. Everyone heads back, has a nap, and then the cooking will start, and it's communal cooking. Not every day, but quite often, you know, and it's fairly simple stuff, often spaghetti with some, you know, some sauce and stuff like that, but it's brilliant because everyone hangs out. You know, I'd be either cooking or playing the guitar and having a bit of a sing. And sometimes people that have got a food parcel from home. I was lucky in my second spell there. I actually shared a place with a guy called Boris, whose parents were Swiss, and I think quite wealthy. And they used to send over food hampers to the French consulate, or the Alliance Française, and he'd go and get that, and it'd be full of just amazing stuff that you couldn't get in India. You know, I mean, there'd be like full salamis there, and bottles of wine and cheeses, and that's just mental stuff. And he would invite everyone around, and then there would just be silence for an hour as people ate like pigs with fingers. There was no etiquette. It was just like, right, because this was food that was unavailable. And so the joy of it, the treat of it was amazing. And it's kind of about that I want to talk about a bit today. In that, once we arrived in Calcutta, our criteria for what was a good day became much simpler. This is why many of the people who have worked for Calcutta Rescue look back very fondly on the time. I think it's not that we were, working with amazing and kind people for a great organisation, and tangibly doing good every day. That helps, that was good. But it was the fact that the longer you're there, the simpler your life becomes, and therefore the criteria for what constitutes a good day is much simpler. I often say, finding cheese on Newmarket was a good day. And it was, because Nahum's, or the other shop, Nahum's is a famous ancient Jewish bakery right in the middle of Calcutta's modern market, or New Market. And I don't know when it was new. But there's obviously an older market before. And every now and then they'd have tinned Dairy cheese, which, when you have a choice of cheese, you would never choose to buy. However, when there isn't any choice of cheese, it's the greatest cheese you could ever get. I think a chicken just got it over there. That didn't sound good, did it? So yeah, that was the thing. Part of the joy of being there was that simpler things gave you more pleasure. You didn't need 100 things to go right in the morning to make the rest of the day great. You just took pleasure, and every inch of pleasure, every ounce of pleasure from the simplest things. And I don't know how much that affects us going forward. It probably doesn't. We go back to the West and we re-engage in the trivia of daily life, and we forget how happy we can be with things that are simpler. I'm not being a hippie. I love my recording studio, my computer, and all those modern conveniences. But that doesn't mean there isn't an equal value in that simpler life. And for a time. Maybe we can only sustain that for a time. So Christian reminds me of that time. I mean, he kept a journal. I'd love to have a look at that. As I said in the intro, it was 9,000 and odd days ago. He knew exactly what he was doing and what I was doing as well. And there's some magic in that, isn't there? And there's some magic in the lake today. All these fantastic colours. I just hope you can see them. All right, that's it for today. I love you all. Thank you. And goodbye.
Yeah.